Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing okay, having a great Monday. I am back to this office after I have been away for a little bit and had to clean up for a little bit. Oh no, let's see. I got new one is doing well and enjoying their summer. We are, can't believe August is coming. Hi Moose, how are you? How is everyone doing? How is Moose doing? What is Moose wearing? And how is the weather in Australia? Let us know. It was a quite rainy and wet weekend where I am sick. Oh no. I'm all right. I don't know. It was kind of quite rainy this weekend and had a quiet weekend pretty much. Not quiet, I mean as quiet as it could be with kids. And back to this office, I had to, guys, sometimes the, guys are a little bit messy when you share office with, come back and there's like food crumbs everywhere and just the laptop is sticky on the top and it's just like, bleh. Wet down there too. Oh wow. I assume so. Like Australia is, I don't know, does it rain often in winter? Like I don't know what the precipitation is like in Australia. Like I always kind of think of it as kind of a milder weather with not a lot of precipitation, but I'm sure there is because, you guys are an island. And the mouse is not working because look how gunky the mouse is, honestly. As long as they don't fart in front of you. Yeah, thankfully we don't work in the same day, but we should always. And I so, just cannot with this. Okay. All right, so it seems like everything is all right. Let's just get in here. What are you wearing, Miss? Are you wearing any perfumes today? I am wearing Comete today. I picked it up. I was thinking of a few things, but then I was like, we're gonna wear Comete today because I need something very soothing and very quiet but nice, and Comete does the job. Comete does the job. I'm not sure if Chanel is going to release anything from the Liz exclusive. I don't know what the frequency of them releasing stuff from the Liz exclusive. I don't know if it's anything that's gonna come soon. I haven't heard anything, and definitely they crack down on influencers, so you can't really talk about even if you know. I don't know what that is. I can't even say your name. So I wonder if there's gonna be one like maybe next year, probably. I don't think they do releases every year from Chanel Les exclusive. I don't think they do. Before Comete, the last release before Comete was like, I don't know what year it was. It was a long time ago. So so we are wearing Chanel Comete today, and I'm really loving it. It has it does what it needed to do. No, it did what it needed to do in terms of like that kind of giving you that sense of calm and serenity and soothing with all the almond and I think it was almond blossom. Hold on, let me see if I can open my yeah. Everything is acting up today, but that's all right. And this is Olivier Polge, I want to say, right? Yes, Olivier Polge release. Chanel Comete. And I think this was just, they released this one because they wanted to kind of honor their kind of that jewelry Comete line. So I'm not sure if this was even it's an anomaly of releasing a new one on this line, but we shall see. So it is a 2024 release, and Olivier Polge. Top notes are cherry blossom, aldehyde. Middle notes are iris and heliotrope, and base note is musk. Okay, what does it say? Olivier Paul's just starts at the beginning of each creation, an element of inspiration is necessary. And in Comet, the starting point was the idea of stardust. The comet is a strong symbol for Chanel, and I'm thinking in particular of the comet pendant from 1932 high jewelry collection. Yes, that's what it was. The whole hype was that about that. When worn open and placed directly on the skin, it evokes the enveloping feeling effect of a perfume on the skin, and absolutely what it is. With intensely floral and luminous notes, Comet explores a new olfactory identity in the Les Exclusifs de Chanel collection. Rich, elegant, and complex in nature, the Eau-de-Parfum is infused with the refreshing aroma of cherry blossoms, and this touch of brightness and purity transforms into halo with notes of heliotrope blending with iris extract and musk harmony. This captivating fragrance, which envelopes the skin in a mysterious charm, pays homage to its unique personality. Whoa, that is a kind of nice description of the fragrance. I honestly feel like there are sometimes when I'm reading the description of the fragrance, you can see the cheesiness in it and the kind of like it's almost like forced, and someone who has tried someone who hasn't tried the fragrance has written it. But this is very, very nice, like in very elegant way of talking about it. Haven't tried Comet unisex. Oh yeah, I would say it is unisex. I think Comet, as long as you're, so the cherry blossom in this one, it's not the cherry blossom. You know, there's the, sorry, I'm just gonna sit here a little bit. I like to sit like that. Cherry blossom, like sakura note. It's not that kind of synthetic sakura note. It kind of adds just a general floralness to it. As long as you're okay with that, it's heliotrope, iris, and musk. I mean, I don't think it's overly feminine by any means. Yes. Haven't tried. Hi, Mohammed. Comet is very happy, fluffy, fluffy. It is very fluffy. It's very cloud-like, isn't it? Like I really like the picture that Chanel had with the. Is that the picture with the? There was like a. I saw the publication, the ad for it. It was that the angel with wings. That was really representative of like what this fragrance is about. I really like how Chanel does its ads. It's not very cheesy, like or like it's not really AI. I mean, I'm sure it's created by AI, but it's not. It really jives with the fragrance and what it is about. I think they pay attention to those details, which makes a big difference in kind of like, I think they want to keep the clientele who those things are important for them, right? Which is very nice. I have actually a huge poster of Chanel Les Exclusifs for Belle Respiro, which Tara brought for me, which very, very, very nice of her. But I need to find a place in my, one day I will have a fragrance room and I will frame it and put it in there in my fragrance room. Sweet floral candy floss. Do you like it? Often lived, have you worn it? Here we go with my, yikes, this is pretty picture. Tim Hortons. I think I really like, you know, it really gives that kind of fluffy cloud, but yet very clean and elegant feeling. So I really like it for that. Comet is beautiful. I don't know how many bottles of Comet I have, like a lot. I mean, I do share samples, so that's partly for that. But I don't know when would be that we'll get the next one. Shaving time. And the scent after that. Are you back to the city, Duchamp, since you're shaving? I do like it, but I don't think I want to own more than a 10 ml decant. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. Like, I am really, like, keen on Chanel fragrances, so no one should really, like, take me by example of how many bottles of what Chanel I have. Plus, I do also share samples, so that's something different. But I could see if, you know, if you are really, like, drawn towards really like amber or incense, those kind of like fragrances you may not want. This is nice, but it might not be something that you'd wear often. Um, and I need to kind of also get rid of fragrances that I think like that about in my collection, because it's kind of nice to keep a 10 ml decan and then just get rid of it. No, I'm in my cottage for 1 more week. Very, very nice. Nice. That is awesome. I think we are going away. There are a few trips that we will be taking, and then an exciting trip coming in October, which I am looking forward to. So, kind of. Dushan really living the best the best life. Yes, yes. The thing is, I would love to have a cabin in the mountains. Like, I don't, like, we were talking about that as a family who wanted to have a cabin where, and to me, if you're having a cabin, you should have it in the mountains. I mean, it's nice to have both of them, but like sea and, in proximity. But I would love to have cabins in the mountains. But cabins are quite, cottages or cabins are quite a very common thing here. Most people, like, not most people, I'm just lying, but there's a lot of lakes in Manitoba. So it's like 1,000 lakes or something. So people generally, like in summer, you can't find anyone in the city. It's everyone is on the weekends, like everyone is at the cabin. Like you see the traffic going out on Fridays and everyone coming back like very tired Sunday afternoons, so, which is kind of fun because then you have a chance to explore things around the city on the weekends that usually would be really, really full, like people would be around there. So it's nice. I am kind of getting used to this idea of having a cabin, although I don't want to own one myself for now because I don't want to clean another place. It's good to rent one. So I saw something this morning. There was apparently Amouage is coming with a new Opus fragrance, and it's called Trinity, I think. Hold on, let me see, what is it called? Amouage. My mouse is not working this morning. Pissing me off. Do you like Parfum d'Empire, Le Cri? It kind of gives me the Chanel vibes, but you're the expert. I'm hallucinating. Yes, I liked Cree. All right, let me just put. I think what problem with Cree was I owned the bottle. I liked the Cree, and I think I bought the Cree, Le Cree. I tested it in Jovois or Jovoy or how you say it, but then I came back to Canada to buy it because it sometimes it pops up in the discounters, and I ended up getting a bottle. It ended up being a little bit too floral for my liking. I think that's what the problem. Why is this not working? Oh man. So I think it was that. Let me just open up the notes. I want to kind of remind myself that what the notes are. But that one, it was the one that also has iris, but iris is not very prominent in Le Cri as much as I'm not 100% sure if I can. On here. Am I right? I think there's ice in that, because what I did when I was going to see when I was going to try going to Chavoy, I just basically searched iris in their database, and anything with iris that was there, I tried to try at the store. Okay, so what is it in this one that I did not? Yes. So there was rose. So yeah, it is now looking at the notes, obviously with the like aldehydes, a little bit of the iris and musk and whatnot. That's very common kind of genre or like DNA of the Chanel fragrances, right? Like this like aldehydes and iris is so common in there. So I like, just from the memory, I can't remember if it was kind of evoking Chanel-like feeling for me, but I think what it was too floral. Not a very creamy. No, it's not a very creamy iris for sure. Hi, Babush, how are you? I would also buy a 10 ml decant of Comete. Well, just let me know if you end up getting the Metallica. By the way, I'm holding it for you. So like if you get the Metallica, then I'll send you a 10 ml of the Comet. It's more violety, but very airy and fresh. Yeah, it was, I think it was, again, I'm going to say this and I hate to say this, but it's like, it's one of those that was too pretty for me. So I ended up not, I ended up selling my bottle of the Parfum d'Empire. Immortelle, of course, it was too herbally. It wasn't kind of Immortelle that I like. So I got rid of that one. What else is there in their line? Hold on, let me just pull it up here. So there's un Bel Amour d'été, and I don't know, is that new? From Parfum d'Empire. Hold on, let me see. Un Amour, yeah, so that's 2024. So I never smelled that one because I was in France in 2023. So I haven't smelled that one. I don't know what that's, and that's a really good rating, that one. Ooh, let's see, that rating is 4.2. And Ylang Ylang Gardenia Champaca Cumin. Ooh. Magnolia, turmeric, vanilla, and sandal. I don't know if this is for me. That's fair. That one is a nice gardenia. Oh. Well, gardenia, if it's made well, like it could be very nice. But gardenia is often, I think gardenia is one of those that's very, very difficult to extract. And gardenia is generally, it's an accord. How do you make gardenia accords? Gardenia Accord Perfumery. I think I know that it is possible to extract, but that's very, very expensive. Most of the time when there's a gardenia in fragrance is an extract. It's a, hi Christina, how are you? Most of the time when there's a gardenia in perfumery, it's, how do they make gardenia? It's more general floral accord that leans towards gardenia. It's not a perfect gardenia by any means. It doesn't say, but I knew it was something with... I don't know which one it is. And then it's gonna bother me. I am in the office. Here, the pipe is here. I just turned it around so people don't see the pipe. Hold on, let me see what it was. It was here. Okay. It's kind of summery, got tropical fruits and lots of creaminess. Oh, okay. Yeah, but some of the notes in that one, we were talking about Parfum d'Empire and Bel Amour d'été. Some of the notes in that one, I don't know how I feel about turmeric in a fragrance, to be honest. Turmeric is, like, it's okay in Persian cooking, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure how I feel about it in a fragrance. Then there's Ambre Rousse. Ambre Rousse I've smelled. It's kind of a nice, pleasant amber. I mean, it's nothing to go down about, I feel. It would be nice if they had an extrait of that one. What is your favorite perfume for men? Favorite perfume for men. I'm gonna say ombre leather would smell really, really good on a man. Today, if you ask me today, I would say ombre leather from Tom Ford, EDP, not Parfum, not Eau d'Ombre leather, but EDP. I really like it on a man. I smell like a butter caramel note in it. Butter caramel, oh really? I wonder what that is about. Greeting Macedonia, absolutely. Okay. What am I doing? I'm talking about fragrances. This is the channel we talk about fragrances, and I talked about Chanel Comet earlier, and I'm going through, I want to see what other fragrances are in the Parfum d'Empire line. I think Mitra will like Pure Distance M. Which Pure Distance I have? I think I have Pure Distance Gold and White and Shaduna. I think one of those three I have, but I don't have M. I think I have gold and white and Shaduna. I think, or maybe just gold and Shaduna. Not sure if I have white. That is also one of those that I tried at the Javoy, and I liked them, but then I came back and it was on a discounter and I got it from them. Those are nice ones too. What is Corsica Furosa is like? That sounds like a very fresh one. Affenlicht, have you tried that one? From Parfum d'Empire? Does Parfum d'Empire have a, does anyone know if Parfum d'Empire has a sample set? We should get a sample set. This has very interesting notes. So what we're talking about, Parfum d'Empire Corsica Fiorosa, and it has tomato leaf grass, mastic or lenstick, hay, lime, moss, mint, honey, pepper, and labdanum. That sometimes tomato leaf could be so refreshing, like in the fragrance. That's actually could be very, very nice in a fragrance. Corsica Fiorosa is a story about Napoleon. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, I should look up. It seems like there's a lot to look up on this one. It doesn't say about the history. Do we know who are the perfumers for Parfum d'Empire? Because I don't see who's the perfumer for this one. Tomato leaf is very nice. And what about Adam? There's another one from Jevois that has the tomato leaf, and I always forget what the name of it is. The other one, famous one from the Parfum d'Empire is the, I'm gonna butcher the name, Asiade, I think. And that one, I knew about this one, like I have known about this one for a long time. It's also older one too, from 2008. And that's kind of, oh, the perfumer is Marc-Antoine Corciato, I want to say. The notes are plum, dates, pomegranate, orange, almond, caraway, cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, incense, tobacco, French labdanum, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. That sounds like something that would be right up my alley for the winter. So I may have to try this one. And people, do they say what it's similar to? Dates could be tricky too. Hopefully it's not really, really too sweet, because if it is, I might not be able to wear this one. And people say it smells like Araby from Serge Lutens, or L'Enfant Terrible by Jevois Paris, or Opus 4. None of which I have smelled, so I don't know what this. Corciato, right? Corciato? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that one is one of the famous ones in the Asiati. And then there's Cuir Ottoman. That's a beautiful iris and leather, like absolutely beautiful. Tabac Taboo, I've heard, is quite intense. And is it animalic? I think from you guys that kind of put me off a little bit to wear Tabac Taboo. So Tabac Taboo seems like Marc-Antoine is again the perfumer. And let's see, what are the notes in here? And the notes are Narcissus. Ooh, Narcissus, tobacco, honey, immortelle, musk, grass, and leather. That might be too much. That might be too much for me. Because honey and tobacco, when they're combined, plus Narcissus, plus immortelle, it could be a little too much for my senses. Then there's Lucree, and then what? Azimur les Oranges, and I don't know what that has. I had never heard of that one, and that seems like a very fresh one for summer. I don't know if they do discontinuation of stuff, or like some of these stuff has gone away or not. And that's the kitchen sink of fragrances. The notes, but sounds pretty good. He even has suede in it with a lot of fresh notes and some galbanum and suede, and then oak moss in the base. That looks like a good one. Should probably get a sample set of these and try them on my own. And then there's Wazamba. I've heard about Wazamba. Mostankin. I know Mostankin is hi Lily. Mostankin, I know that it's really, really animalic. I know people talk about that one. Lily, have you seen, since you're the sample set queen, have you seen a sample set of Parfum d'Empire for sale anywhere? I'm wondering if I should try that one. Mustankin is talk about just musk, but I know that this is a very animalic musk, the kind of musk that I can't take at all. So this is not going to be in my arsenal. Not that I have any arsenal. And what else is in here? Just on their website. Oh, okay. I mean, I probably Joy would have a sample set of them too. Like I'll have to take a look at the Joy. And then there's Maleme. Maleme, €60. Oh, it's not bad. I think if I combine it with some other things from Joy, that may worth it. Maleme. Why is the name Maleme? Is I know the bien-aimé, but like Maleme, is that a kind of a, I don't know, getting back to something? Oh, and the notes are very interesting on this one in Maleme. Blackberry, erigeron or fleabane, nettle, thistle, erigeron, orris root, and erigeron again. I don't know what the word that is. I don't know, somewhere around 60. Oh, this is very interesting. I have never, like, I haven't heard of these things like in the notes, so I don't know if that's, and it's not similar to anything that I have tried, as people say. Okay. That is interesting. What else is in here? Then there's the Equisterius or something. That's probably, there's Fougere Bengal. Sorry, there's Wazamba. Wazamba is one of the famous ones too, and I know people like that one. It must be ambery. I think I know people, yeah. So there's the Wazamba, and that's more like ambery notes. And I know people really like that one. It's like incense, plum, labdanum, olibanum, myrrh, incense, opopanax, sandalwood, and fern. That sounds very good, but a little bit, tad bit masculine, so we'll see. Oh, there was something vetiver I saw in there. What happened? Something vetiver. Maleme, Mostankin, Wazamba, Fougere Bengal. Fougere Bengal. Guys, please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't, all those nice things while I'm talking to myself here. I just got distracted, but I want to go through them all. Maleme unloved. I know, but I didn't even know Maleme was a word. Like bien-aimé, I know, like well loved or well liked or something like that. But just see, you'll see. Workouts are working. Oh, look at that! I like it. Me like. I got distracted by myself. So this one, Fougere Bengal. Ooh, interesting. Lavender, ginger, tea, mint, hay, tobacco, pepper, oak moss, tonka bean, and patchouli, and vanilla. That is also interesting. Like, there's a lot of interesting scents in Parfum d'Empire that I have not seen elsewhere. Have you, like, if you guys have tried, which ones from, let me know if you're watching this later, or if you're watching now, let me know which ones are your favorites from Parfum d'Empire. She gets paid for this. What do I get paid for this? Vetiver Bourbon. Ooh, let me just open the Equisterius first. Equisterius, I get paid for this, Ooh, look at that. I like that definition. Me likey. I don't have very strong arms, so I kind of like to see that in the little bit of a definition in the research perfume on the job. No, I don't get paid for this. No. I like to come earlier to work just to get accustomed to my place and just have a moment of peace, and then I start. My start time is not now yet. Oh, Equisterius is very interesting. Why did I think it was so animalic? It's not. I have been iris violet, powdery nose chocolate, rice, suede ambrate, sandalwood, amber, and vetiver. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Equisterius by Parfum d'Empire reminds me of the gorgeously classy and sadly now discontinued Bottega Veneta EDP. Ooh, I have that one. It's not a dupe or anything, but it shares a similar one. Powdery iris fragrance with beautiful executed soft suede note. Who has been gatekeeping this for me? Lift the kids overhead, best lifting equipment. No, I've been just going back to the gym for a little bit, like in terms of like personal training. I don't, I've always done cardio, like cardio is my kind of way of dealing with life stress. But I don't do core workouts. I don't do like weightlifting. I don't do those things. And I have been back to gym for the past, I want to say 2 months. And we have been working on certain things that I wanted to work on, even like this. This is kind of like a little bit of definition, which has never been there before, so I quite like it. Lifting kids is, yes, that's lifting kids, that's one, but it's generally, how do I lift them? I think I hold my 5-year-old with this one, so not this one. Part of the reason I want to work out, because you know, just like one side gets used and not the other, that's kind of weird. Vetiver bourbon, yes, that is very nice. Aqua Scandalosa, then immortal chorus yuzu fu, eau de gloire, osmanthus antherdi, ruade. Is this new one? I think ruade. Is this a new one? I want to see. And then there's salute. God, my computer is so slow. This one is probably not for me because it's oud, hay, leather, and narcissus. Nope. Bye. And I think it's a 2023 release, so this is not my kind of perfume. What else is in here? Yuzufu, Eau de Galoire, Rouet, Salute, and I think that's it. I don't know how many scents would their kind of sample set would have, but if it's 60 euro and has all these samples, then it really worth it. And there's lots of interesting ones, like this Salute. Is this Salute? Yes, has the note of grape leaves, wine leaves. What's wine leaves? Iris, grapefruit, mandarin, lemon, oak moss, and musk. Musk Tonkin. The horse boys like Rouet. Oh. Well, of course they do. They have a lot of things in common. They're gonna hate me for this. I mean, they already hate me, but it's okay. Hold on. Parfum. I have been trolling Carl and Pradeep. Sample set. Yes, it has 23 samples. Oh wow, that's not bad. 60 euro for 23 samples. Are they like, are they? Ew. Oh, look, there's a perfume shop in Canada has a sample set of 5 assorted scents from Parfum d'Empire, but I don't want 5. I want them all. Parfum d'Empire perfume samples and scent split has some. I think probably you could get from other places too, but yeah, you're right. Like the only complete sample set that I see is 60 euro on Parfum d'Empire's website. That's not bad at all. I wonder if there's any kind of redeeming towards a fragrance or something. Yeah, you will be offered, so it is 60 euro, includes 23 fragrances, 1.5 ml. What? Sidifani Yusuf. I'm not Yusuf. Yusuf is gone to do some groceries. Okay, so and then you will be offered 20 euro on your next order. Valid only once per account. Oh, well, that's cool. You know, at least you get something off the fragrance, so that's interesting. Anywho, maybe that will be. Oh, they even have candles. I didn't know Parfum d'Empire had candles. Did you all know? Oh, very, very interesting looking candles. Hold on, let me see if I can turn around so y'all can see the candles here too. See the candles? That's Encens de Dieu. Oh, very interesting. Except all they're $71.10. Is it Canadian dollar or euro? I don't know. And then there's other ones like Lanta Camara, Portlet Oublié. I really like how they're kind of, the whole thing looks like. And beautiful. It's gorgeous. Interesting. Well, let's turn around. And what else they have? I wonder how long they have been around for. Like, this is a house that I really like because their prices are generally okay in comparison. Do you like diptyque candles? I do like diptyque candles. I like, my favorite is benjoin from diptyque. And then I know Rich talks about cafe a lot, but I've never smelled cafe from diptyque. Their ambre is nice, nargile is nice. There are lots of them are nice, but I think one of the stores, I think, what's that store called? Aritzia or Hi New Day, New Sense. Aritzia? Some of the clothing store that smells like the bay candle from, apparently, like they basically do burn huge bay candles in their stores. So it's very, very nice. Okay, interesting. Anyways, ambre is gorgeous from diptyque. Yeah, I think they have like I think they come up with limited editions of the candles, and then they come up with the. Do you know how to speak Arabic? No, I'm Persian, but we learned Arabic at school. But Arabic that I learned, I know how to read, but and sometimes I do understand some, but I don't understand really speaking Arabic. Especially y'all, like spoken Arabic is very, very different than written Arabic. When you speak the written Arabic, it sounds like it's like a Shakespeare. They don't, and then every country has their different lingo of, like, not lingo, but like different slangs or things that they say, which is totally different. So yeah, so I will be probably looking to getting a sample set of the Parfum d'Empire. These fragrances are sounding very interesting. It seems like all of them are made by the same person, Antoine, but we shall see. Guys, that was it. Just wanted to review Chanel Comete. Still going on strong. It's been 2.5 hours. I don't know what Sitifani Youssef means, but I will look that up. Shakespeare is one of my favorites. Yeah, I have to get a set too. Well, maybe wait. Like, just don't get one. Maybe wait. I'll get one. I'll test them. Then I'll send it to share costs. Comment, so good. In the morning, yes, intrigued about PTE, Parfum d'Empire. Yes. Hi, Omar, how are you? How's your day going? Yes, we should be smarter that way. Like, we don't, like, honestly, I don't, like, even when I test, I mean, 1.5 ml is small, but like, if anything, like, a 3 ml sample sets are good because you could really share with friends. Like, you only need 1 ml. Like, 1 ml has 10 sprays, really. So you don't need more than 10 spray to test something, I think. Late as always. Yes, Omar. What does Stefani Youssef means? Like, this guy keeps saying Stefani Youssef. Stefani Youssef? Stefani Youssef. I don't know who Stefani Youssef is, but it's not me. Maybe you can help us out, figure out what's happening here. Anywho, gotta go back, gotta get ready to start my day. It was nice to catch up with you guys, and we shall see you later. Love you all. Bye-bye. Youssef is Joseph. Okay, bye-bye.